And we don't think that to say that they have no obligation to return what they have stolen is in accordance with justice. It does not make sense. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, can you explain the process? At what point po nila kailangan ibalik yung pera? Paano po malalaman kung magkano dapat yung amount?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So, under Section 5D po, no, kailangan may Memorandum of Agreement. Sa Memorandum of Agreement, nakasulat dyan, restitution, ibalik ang pera, before you can be considered a state witness. Okay? So, yun na po. During the process, ibalik, and then maybe you can be considered a state witness. As to how much, well, that will depend po on the contents of their testimony. There is no hard or rigid formula. Wala pong mathematical equation that will say this is the amount you have to pay. That will depend on what you say as a would-be witness, as a covered witness, based on your testimony to be evaluated by the Department of Justice.
So right now po, dapat ibalik po nila yung pera while ongoing evaluation po ng application nila?
If they would want to be considered a state witness, yes po, ma'am.
Have they expressed any intention to return?
They have not. They have not.
Okay, so, clarification lang. Meron na bang formal complaints sa Department of Justice regarding po sa mga iniimbestigahan natin tao ng gobyerno? Pagdating po din si Carlos wala ng complaints. And kung meron man po, pero hindi lang po proceed yung preliminary investigation. Eh, parang sa reaction po yung ombudsman ng gobyerno may ipabalik yung mga kaso.
Opo, yes. So the ombudsman is deputized at the Department of Justice. Then deputized po niya ang kagawaran ng katarungan na to conduct preliminary investigation on the 5 cases that were filed with the ombudsman. Okay, these are related to 5 ghost projects, of which I cannot name or disclose as of this moment as not to preempt the procedure. Pero we were deputized to conduct preliminary investigation, so we will assess the evidence. Susuriin po namin ang ebidensya. We will see if there is enough grounds to proceed to trial. So nasa amin po yun. In fact, ma'am, if I may just add, a task force was convened for this purpose to investigate the anomalies in public works and all the anomalies related to the bidding processes. Thank you, ma'am. No, so we're working within a month period. Yun ang pinakamabilis, no? 1 month period for us to conduct PI and then conclude it. I cannot guarantee na matatapos in 1 month, but we are endeavoring, tinatrabaho po namin na magawa na mabilis na 1 month.
Tapos yung formal complaint po natin, yung task force, tama ba?
Yes po, task force. Sorry, the formal complainant would be the Department of Justice. Okay. The complainant for that.
Yung task force yung magkakandak ng PI?
Yes, PI, as prosecutors. We've conducted evaluation. What we did before was we conducted the evaluation of the evidence. We held meetings with the DPWH officials, gathering evidence, understanding the processes, para makita po namin saan nga po nangyari yung mga anomalies. Okay, so and those were the same complaints filed with the Ombudsman, which were referred back to the department for conduct of preliminary investigation. Ghost projects. Opo, mga proyekto na may anomalya. So we are trying to zero in on projects.
Anong location, sir, and mga personalities involved?
No, it's project-based. So parang if at all, location-based. Okay, location-based na mga proyekto. Personalities, of course, there are personalities involved, none of which pwede ko po i-disclose as of this moment as not to preempt the conduct of the investigation. I cannot disclose that for now.
Sir, reminder na po ba ang DOJ, kailan po isasaltina yung mga respondent for preliminary investigation?
Kasama na po yun sa 1 month period for us to do so. Again, hindi po yan guarantee. We are just doing our best to conduct it in 1 month na matapos po yung PI. So that's our benchmark. Subukan po namin lahat ng mga kaya namin para po magawa sa 1 buwan.
After PI, sir, ombudsman, ibabalik sa ombudsman o RTC?
Diretso na po yan sa court if there is prima facie evidence with reasonable certainty of conviction. Okay, na-deputize na po kasi ang panel of prosecutors ng DOJ to conduct PI. So, Diretso na po yun sa hukuman if, again, it meets the standard of proof.
Kahit yung sa Sandigan, sir, hindi nadadaan sa ombudsman. Kung Sandigan level na case na mas mataas na official.
Dahil po na-deputize na po kami, at least with respect to these cases. Again, we refer back to the statements by Ombudsman Boying Remulla that these specific cases are to be under the jurisdiction of the DOJ as the deputized agency to conduct investigation. Bilang prosecutors po, no, mga taga-usig.
Hindi sir, kahit yung higher salary grade, meaning 27.
Opo. Yes po.
Pwede.
Yes po. So unless we receive further information with respect to that, ang status po now is that we are deputized to conduct the investigation for this. So that means everything under the sun with respect to the cases that were referred back to us by the Ombudsman.
So it's as if yung ombudsman na rin kayo that would file a case.
Opo, you could say that. That's an okay analogy. Okay.
Kung sa request natin ng case order sa so, dapat ba mga DPWH officials and mga content na yung case order, wala pa po yung mga lawmakers?
Yes, that is correct. So the freeze orders issued, these are 6 in total, have been issued against the DPWH engineers, contractors, and DPWH officials. Wala pa po na-issue against elected local officials or government officials. Again, elected. Wala pa po. But none yet, but it does not mean na wala pong masasampa. Okay? Not yet. The operative word is yet.
Bakit po kaya wala pa?
Well, kasi, yes ma'am. So, proseso po kasi ito eh. Diba? First, the NBI refers the cases to the AMLC or the Anti-Money Laundering Council. It is the Anti-Money Laundering Council which will file the applications for freeze order with the Court of Appeals. The AMLC will do this through the OSG or yung Office of the Solicitor General as the principal legal defender of the Republic. Ngayon, syempre, the AMLC itself will have to conduct investigations. Ang AMLC po kailangan po mag-imbestiga muna, makita may grounds for the application of freeze order, ilalahad ang grounds and ang mga basis doon sa application nila, ipipresenta sa Court of Appeals. Ang Court of Appeals magkasabi, okay, there is merit, we can issue the freeze order. Either that or we will not.
Pero sir, yung sa ombudsman, may naging ibang case, ano po ang ibig sabihin?
Sorry, sir. Ano po?
Well, return po yung file complaints. Mahina pa ang ebidensya.
No, we should not speculate. We should not speculate na mahina ang ebidensya that the Ombudsman referred back to the DOJ. The sole reason is that it is the discretion of the Ombudsman in his judgment that the DOJ, ang kagawaran ng katarungan, will be in the best position to conduct preliminary investigation. Kasi sir, I mean, in the first instance, at the outset, di ba, kami po nag-evaluate ng mga evidence na to. Pinasa po sa Ombudsman. We cannot speculate on what went through the head of the good Ombudsman in referring it back to us. Diba? Just that perhaps he may have believed, or at least our position is that we would be in the best position to conduct preliminary investigation. Sabi naman po kasi ng galing yan.
Sir, other topic.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
May pinay po si former Senator Villanes, Ombudsman, on graft and plunder complaints against former President Duterte and Senator Bongo. Pero may pinay din po siyang same complaints dito sa DOJ in 2024. And dito, ano po yung nangyari sa mga complaints?
So, I do not believe that, I mean, it was the same complaint, no? I think we would have to clarify, because it was not a refiling. It was the same complaint. It was referred to the Ombudsman. But I would have to withhold information on that for now, ma'am. I will have to get back to you on that. Okay, so, okay na po. Thank you, and good afternoon.